Who's going to cook tonight and who's going to go out and start the campfire? My usual camera that I film with is on the fritz and I've got a backup. We'll see how things go. I've got a recipe here for a quesadilla tart with multiple layers. I think I'm going to cook. That way he can do the campfire. We've had some fresh snow, and in the winter it's fun to go out and look at the animal tracks. In the summer it's harder to tell which neighbors have been coming to call, but in the winter you can see their tracks and it's kind of fun to try and figure out who's been walking through the yard. I can recognize the moose and the deer and the rabbits and the squirrels, but this was a new one. I can't figure out who made these tracks. So I think I'm going to set up the trail camera and see if I can catch a glimpse of this little critter who made these interesting tracks. For my recipe today, I have to remove the casing from some Italian sausage. I've also got a chopped up red pepper, some chopped up onion, and some garlic. I don't have a big enough frying pan. Normally I would put them all together, so I'm having to do it in two separate pans. It's got a lot of cheese, 2 cups of mozzarella and 2 cups of cheddar. I'm going to squeeze the moisture out of 2 packages of frozen spinach. Goes in with the mozzarella, and don't look if you're Italian while I sprinkle in some of this Parmesan wannabe. These are the squirrel sitz marks. Reminds me of myself when I fall down cross-country skiing. Once it's all cooked, I'm going to dump it in a big bowl. I'm going to add a cup of salsa, a cup of corn kernels, and 1/3 of a cup of chopped up cilantro. My kitchen assistant is patiently waiting in position for me to drop something on the floor. This mark was made by a deer that slept here. I've greased a pan. I've got a flour tortilla placed on there. Now I'm going to just do the layering. So start off with a layer of the meat. Spread it right out to the edges, or you're going to have your layers all sort of saggy on the edges. Put a handful of cheddar cheese on there. And then the next thing you're going to put is another tortilla. After that, the next layer is going to be of the spinach. And just keep on layering until you've sort of built it up. The trick I found is, when you're not in a hurry anyways, to press the filling right out to the edges. Otherwise, you don't get a very good layer. Yeah, I don't know. This is maybe not going to work out very great because I'm sort of in a rush. But anyway, just keep on going and your layers will be building up. The meat layer again, and some more cheddar. That looks good. Handful of cheddar. Another tortilla goes on there. And you just keep going until you've used up all the ingredients and end with a tortilla on the top. Cover it loosely with foil. Put the oven at 375 and you're going to put it in there for 40 minutes. While you're waiting, head for the campfire. So get it out of the oven, sprinkle some cheese on top, and make sure you do a much better job of your layers than I did. You really got to spread the filling out to the edges. Then you're going to cover it lightly and back in the oven for 10 minutes. And when it's done, I hope it looks better than mine did. Tastes good though, that's what counts.